Alright gang, welcome back. So, Uncle Bobo has what you can see. This is STP oil treatment. It's really hard to find. I actually had to get that from the local Shell station, which is where we get our 91 octane anyways, because it's the best gas. So the reason we're about to do this is it's full of zinc. And these old engines, and I don't even know when this one was built, you need to add zinc additive to protect it. It's very stringy and sticky. So anytime an engine's going to sit like this that I care about, I try to put a few drops down into each lifter bore, which is what Uncle Bobo's going to do here, and across the camshaft. It flows out like honey. Just a little bit in. Yeah. Put it, and you can lay it across the camshaft. Put it across the cam first. Just kind of like let it, yeah. All the way front to back. So the reason we're doing this, guys, is because this stuff soaks into the metal and it'll keep it nice and moist while it's shipping all the way to Manitoba. We don't have oil in it right now. This is the only thing we're putting in it. It's to keep it lubed up, essentially. Same with the lifter bores, right? In case it gets stuck in the back of a truck for 3 weeks or something. This stuff will absorb in, and it is full of zinc. Or ZDDP. You used to be able to buy it all over the place. The only place I know where to get it now is at my local Shell station down the road. Shout out to Shell for awesome 91 octane fuel. Excuse the massive windstorm here today as well, gang. We're supposed to have nice like spring weather next week. But then again, it's only like March 10th right now, so another week or two. It'll be nice, eh, Bobo?
I'm waiting for short season.
Yeah.
Gonna go right to the front there?
Yeah, right up to the front. Drop it down into the where the distributor drive is. You'll be able to see it down there. Yeah. Keep those gears nice and... I mean, I have the utmost confidence Dan's going to go through everything. He's going to double check it, paint it, etc. This is just precautionary, right? Yep. And we were going to clean it more, gang, but Dan flat out said, nope, don't bother, because he's going to just absolutely make it look amazing. So we haven't bothered cleaning it much further. We got a couple of stand-ups, uprights going to the motor mounts. Jake whipped up a couple of quick little, just to mount on those stupid biscuit mounts. Those aren't the ones Dan's going to be using, obviously, but it works for that. And she's oh, I'm tripping over this. Hang on, sorry, gang. We got everything tied down due to the wind. Yeah, just for stabilization. Back of the trans is strapped down. She's up off the floor. Maybe you can get a better look there. We're going to put the intake manifold back on. First, we're going to put some clean cloths in here and then put the intake back on in case Dan needs it. He doesn't think he does, but we don't. He might. Careful, Bobo.
I'm young and limber.
He is quite limber. I am not. I cannot wait for the sun to come out. And the reason why we're building it in the back of the truck here, gang, is because it barely fits between the fenders and we don't have a lift truck here to lift it up. All we got is the cherry picker. So we didn't want to try to maneuver the base of a pallet. Uncle Bobo's gonna make the walls here coming up. You'll see that. And we're gonna try to figure out, we haven't figured out where to put the radiator yet. I guess we'll probably stick it flat right there somewhere.
Well, once I got one wall up, I was going to strap it to the one wall right here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, we'll be back in a second here, gang. Alright guys, so we're just popping the stock intake on. Most car guys prefer to lift from a motor lift plate there in the center. It spreads the load out on all the bolts instead of just a couple bolts on a chain. And you may say, well, that's only 4 carburetor bolts. They won't. Yeah, they'll hold it no problem. It is spread out over those 4 bolts and all the intake bolts instead of being just on a couple on a chain. Yeah, a couple on a chain will work, but it's not safe as this. Not as safe, sorry. Here, I got another intake bolt here for you, Uncle Bobo.
There you go.
You are welcome. And we got the thermostat housing taped off here. I gotta clean up the neck and it'll be going on. It'll look good. We'll snug in those bolts. We got rags delinted and put underneath the intake. We're gonna tape it off and probably stuff a few more underneath there. I'm gonna try to get the EGR plate back on, or we'll probably just tape that off. Not that it really matters, we just don't want the chance of anything getting down into the engine. Because that would suck, wouldn't it, Uncle Bobbo?
Yeah, I think I'd be in a little bit of a trouble.
Yeah, I may be slightly annoyed if you drop something into the engine. Although right now, it's not going to go inside the engine unless you dropped it in an intake runner. And there's no way to do that currently. I think we're good there, hey? Yeah. And we did grab the wiring out of the other car. So I'm going to show you guys that in a minute once Uncle Bobbo's done with this. In fact, I could probably show you right now. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So, here's your Mopar electronic ignition module. Okay, now back in the day, you'd have like the orange and the chrome. The factory ones, you could tell which ones had the different tune because they'd be hotter. Here's your ballast resistor. This one happens to be a 4-pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is a 5-pin. This screw right here, if you have a Dodge, that's not meant to be super tight. You just put it snug. It's to keep this from wiggling around, because this is like an old school weather pack type clip. And then if we followed along here, we just brought the harness, so Dan has a map. He's going to rewire it himself, but we wanted him to have a map to follow it along. And then there's your distributor plug. Here's your voltage regulator right here. Grounds. This way Dan will be able, he's more knowledgeable enough to follow the wiring and make use of what's still good in here, or substitute it with his own, right? And a lot of this will plug into that 68. They didn't change a lot of the wiring, even between points and electronic ignition cars. There isn't a huge difference. It still has the same plug for the voltage regulator. This clutch fan is shot. I JB welded it when we were on the road once. Well, we didn't have a choice. It completely stopped and the car didn't overheat, but I noticed instead of being at 175, 180, what did it go up to? 210 when I pulled over, wasn't it?
I remember, but it was high.
Yeah. No, it didn't overheat. We stopped before it overheated because it had a big rad in it, which is around here somewhere. Right there. But we had to do something. So it got JB welded. Trying to walk around here properly. So, like on Betsy, gang, I converted it to electronic ignition because it's just easier to tune. There's nothing wrong with points. I mean, Betsy's got electronic. Black Sheep here, the points worked fine, so we went with it. There's no point in changing it. I'll probably leave it points. For what we use Black Sheep for, I mean, it made it all the way to Nix, and it didn't make it all the way home, as you may know, but that's not because of the ignition. That may have been the loose nut behind the wheel.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah?
Loose nut behind the wheel? Absolutely.
Yeah, I blew up the steering. So doing donuts at, what was it called? The Magpie?
Magpie in Ontario, I think.
Yeah, somewhere outside Ontario. Yeah, I blew it up. So, but she still ran good. We put her on the trailer and it came the rest of the way home. Honestly, we were so exhausted at that point. And that was right when I started to get sick, gang. At that point, I didn't know what was going on. Uncle Bobbo was the one that was like, something's not right here. We have to get home. And yeah, and since then it's been a constant battle. But I mean, by the time they see this, I would have either been on a live or a daily. I've decided, I've probably already told you this in the future. This is Luke from the past talking to you guys into the future. I don't care. I'm going to be on camera But what I look like is what I look like right now. I like myself. Bobo loves me. Right, Bobo? You're supposed to be a little more enthusiastic than that, Bobo. So tell us what we have here. What are we dealing with here? What is this fine piece of... Oh, Sobering Restoration Services. What's that? A YouTube channel?
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
So...
They got my future trips.
They do. I'm trying not to trip over things here. Uncle Bobo, tell us, what do we have here?
We have an engine.
You can do it. Come on.
That came out of the Uncle Bobble's broom.
Uncle Bobo's broom.
And now I'm trying to build a crate.
Yeah, it's not going as smooth.
Box.
It's not going as smooth as we'd
I
originally.
was a little chapped this morning, so I had to take a nap.
Yeah, so it's been a rough few weeks. One, I mean, honestly, guys, with my health and everything that's been going on, it's a battle. Two, Uncle Bobo works 10, 12, 14 hours a day sometimes, and then has to come here. And honestly, his workload's doubled since I got sick. Because I'm only physically allowed to do so much.
For 10 minutes, but he pushes it.
And then if I push it too far, though, it could be very risky, so I try not to. And Uncle Bobo never claimed to be a mechanic.
I'm learning on the
He's
go.
doing freaking awesome. Round of applause. I only have one hand, but round of applause for Uncle Bobo. I'm trying to get better with the filming. Well, you know what it is. What kind of engine is it, Bobo?
440.
Right. And what kind of car is it going in?
Plymouth Satellite.
Hey, see? I told ya. Look at him. He's like, holy crap, am I glad I remembered that.
I just watched the video again last night.
Wicked.
Because I love the car.
I know, so do I. Dan and I had actually... I love that people don't realize that, like, Dan and I chat all the time. And
the messages you show me...
Oh, it's just
like you
too
guys are
funny.
like brothers from another mother.
It's pretty funny. Dan's a good dude. I'm glad we decided to do this. And this was a mutual decision. Like, before I announced it, I talked to Bobo. I didn't talk to Jake, but he didn't care. So I'm going to give you a little overview again, guys. The oil pump's off this engine. This is going to get wiped down again and cleaned. It does need core plugs, as you can see. They weren't leaking, but if it's out, why not? So Dan's going to do those. He is going to paint it, I believe.
Yeah, he said he was.
Now, I'm not going to let it out of the bag intake or the exhaust setup or anything else that I know of that I know he's got planned. You got to watch DD Speed Shop for that. But what we've got here is, so the short block is a 1970, and you guys can argue online all you want. It is a 1970 HP high performance block. Whether or not that stamp stands for HP, whatever. But that's what it is. So it would have originally come, from what we can tell, it came in a CUDA. The short block did. The heads are from the New Yorker. The exhaust manifolds are from the New Yorker. So what we figure happened, this is what Glenn and I came up with. Here, Bobo, can you hold this for me so I can explain this to them? I'm not filming very good. Sorry, gang.
I'll try to multitask here.
Okay, well, stop ratcheting for a second so I can explain to them what I think happened, how this ended up in here. Okay, so for me, cars, trucks, really anything transportation related, it's the story and the history behind it. Betsy, okay? 1968 D200, camper special. The gentleman that bought it brand new, bought it to haul a camper and a boat. Was tired of taking the camper on and off. He had the means. So in 1970, he bought our short box that we have. You guys have seen glimpses of it. It's coming to daily drive. The camper then went on Betsy and stayed on Betsy until 2004. And he daily drove that 1970 short box adventure. That is why it's got, I don't know how many miles on it, but it's in way rougher shape than Betsy. Betsy sat in the carport with the camper on it its whole life. Now, it did work hard. When I got it, the odometer said 97,050. It is now, and I would assume at that point it was probably 197, because I know that they went on big trips. Now it says 67,000. So I've put at least another 70,000 miles on it. So probably 270, as you saw by the engine at Nick's garage. That same guy owned those until I got them. So we know the history on it. Black Sheep. It was a City of Yakima municipal truck. So in 1970, it was bought brand new by the City of Yakima. Probably got assigned to somebody, half-ton, little V8, probably a foreman, zipping around. Then it belonged to an apple orchard. The nice gentleman we got it from had driven it for the better part of the 90s and then parked it around 2000, 2001. Then we revived it and it went all the way to Nick's garage. So it's repeated history, okay? Now back to the New Yorker. One, I had no idea. The lady that we got it from her daughter. God bless her soul. The elderly lady had dementia. The car meant the world to her because her and her husband had bought the car new in 1974. She took it out of storage about 6 months before she really got bad with dementia. Got everything fixed up and running. She insisted on storing it outside with the windows down so it didn't get a bad smell. And took the keys. Nobody knew how to get the windows up, so it sat for 7 or 8 years, filling with water. The porta shed around it fell on it, dented it. The car actually sank in the mud and the rear subframes rotted out. So we drove it for a little bit. It had a short history with us. Now fast forward to this. How in the world did a 1970 440 high performance, originally out of a 6-pack or 6-barrel, whatever you want to call it, Plymouth Cuda, from what we can tell, end up in a New Yorker? I do know, the daughter told me that they used to use the car in the late 70s to tow an Airstream travel trailer. And you can see where the brake controller was mounted in it. And a lot of people used their full-size big block cars, including my dad back in the day, to haul a travel trailer. Not everybody had a pickup truck. I think they were on a trip, something happened, and he scattered the bottom end. Maybe it ran out of oil, maybe he overheated it, but he's stranded somewhere, right? So he goes to the local shop, gets advice. That local shop has a short block. At the time in 1978, approximately, and this is my hypothesis, a Cuda, it's a $500 car. Nobody wants that thing. It's a gas guzzling, whatever. Everybody's going to want a Chevy Monza or a Mustang or something like that, right? So, shop's got the short block. Okay? Well, the heads and the exhaust manifold and the front dress from the New Yorkers, nothing wrong with. So the guy puts it all on that short block and the short block goes in the car. It explains now why the car had so much power. Because when we were driving it, you could be doing 30, 40, 50 kilometers an hour. You hit the loud pedal. It would one tire fire, granted, but it also had 308 rear gears in it. You'd whack it. When it grabbed second gear or kick down, it would light that back tire. And every time if you launched it off the light, it would just smoke the right rear tire and then get hard second gear scratch. So I knew there was something going on with it, and I figured, okay, it's just healthy. Now, I've also had, bear with me here, I'm almost done. I've also had 100 messages. What's your ulterior motive? Why would you give an engine away? Well, I challenge you this. Why not? We're trained to worry about ourselves first. And how can I benefit from this? How can I make a buck from this? How can I get something cool? I've been watching Dan at DD Speed since the channel started. Okay? I reached out to him. I assured him, you don't owe me. You don't have to mention who I am, no problem. Over the course of this last few months, now originally we had planned to do this sooner. I got very ill, I still am. I'm doing my best to stand tall. Dan was super understanding about that. So, we have become quite good buddies. Dan is a solid individual, and so is Danny. Are they married?
No, not yet.
Girlfriend, not yet. Come on, Dan, get off the pot. So the reason why I offered it to him, it wasn't to get clout from DD Speed Shop. Guys, they got 20,000 more subs than us. He could have 20,000 less. He could have 1 million. It doesn't change whether or not I would have wanted to help him. There's nothing wrong with just helping someone because it's the right thing to do. I wasn't using this engine. I got that car for $100. Yes, it ends up that this short block is worth money. And yeah, would I love to put it in one of my cars? Sure. But it's Dan's engine now, not mine. When we found out that it had this short block, I got everything from don't be an idiot, don't give it to him, just find a different engine, to oh, now you're going to back out. I knew there was something going on. Nope. It's his. And I'm happy that it's his. You can see the smile creep onto my face because it's going to bring the history. And that's where I'm circling back. Stay with me. The history of that car. It was abandoned, sitting, rotted, never going to drive again. And Dan took it with his own 2 hands and brought it back to life. And now, because of my generosity, it encouraged him to do even more on it, and that car is going to live a long time. Whether Dan ends up being the caretaker of it for the rest of his days, or he sells it to some other enthusiast.
Me.
Uncle Bobbo wants the car pretty bad. But then, it lives on. That's why. I've even had, are you really as nice of a guy as you say you are? I'm far from perfect, but if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Everybody makes mistakes. I've been the king of it. But you stand tall, pay your debts, pay your dues, do the right thing, and move forward. So that is why I offered this to Dan. He does not owe us. Dan's been very great. He said, go ahead, use my channel's name in your titles. Hopefully it gets even more attention. Right on. So I wanted to give you that little blurb about how I feel about history and the story behind cars. Now, let's get back to, hopefully you're still with us, building the hater crate. And hopefully when Uncle Bobbo coughed, it didn't get too crazy on you. Give me that camera. All right, we're getting back to it. Let me see if I can film like Uncle Bobbo. Okay, Bobbo, your turn for some dialogue, brother.
I have an extension, please.
An extension? What size? 3/8 ratchet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not exactly mobile here. I'm trying to see if there is
Alright,
one.
fine, I'll get it. Don't worry about it.
Well,
stay there. I forgot. Lost the dog.
you will notice you won't see me walking a lot in the videos. I've got no idea. That's a quarter drive. I told you, use the good toolkit. He never listens. Try to get him to listen, and he just won't listen. I don't know why. This is not going as smoothly as we intended, but it is going. We will get it done. So we have it supported there, gang. I can't remember if I showed you. These are just for some added support on the sides. It's got a block underneath the back, bolted to the tranny mount. She's strapped down. We are moving right along. So now that you got story time with Big Easy, we will be back with you. Sorry, I thought somebody was here. Oh, do you guys want to have a look at Herc? Let's check out Herc.
That's messy.
We only have one. I don't need to go inside it. We've only got one video on Herc. Besides, I got to go get my cane. It's getting hard to walk. Sorry, gang. My left leg's pretty rough. Oh, check it out. Okay, so we got coastal auto reaction. CNC. Community, not competition. Little old car guy over there. Little sobering restoration services. Blake Dog's coming to have a peek. What's up, Blake puppy? Hi, buddy. Uncle Luke's all right. Blake worries about me when I move around. It's pretty funny. So here's Herc. It's dirty. Big shout out to Cal Tire. Sumitomo Encounter ATs. I highly recommend them. Yeah, I know they're not BFGs, but gang, these tires are very, very high quality. They are awesome. Like, you know, it's not 1970. You can get stuff not made in Canada or the US. And I actually believe that the Sumitomos are made in the US. Yeah, manufactured in the United States. Yeah. Good old Betsy, still running strong. Waiting for her engine. Not running strong, holding strong. You know what I meant. Moving right along. Just Jake has joined us today. Hello, Just Jake.
Hello.
Uncle Bobo is, what do you call it? Measure twice, cut once? We're using the cut 3 times, don't measure method.
I cut it 3 times, it's still too short.
Yeah, cut it 3 times, it's still too short. We are going for
ancient tools from the 1800s.
Yeah, well, hey, it's paying homage to artisans of the past. There you go, tap it in. Nice. Wicked. This is going to be one strong crate, gentlemen.
9/16?
That I'm not sure.
Those are 5/8.
5/8. 9. Looks like 9/16.
I just tried 9/16.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fair enough. I was unaware that you had a 9/16. 3/4. I think that's a half. Yeah, that's a half. So we're moving right along, guys. Now, you'll probably see this as Dan receives the crate, because I believe the video is going to come out the Thursday after it ships. Don't ask me about those ratchets. You might want to get a better one out of the garage, Jake.
Hey, those were great. You just gotta spit on them.
Those ratchets are, yeah, they're just kind of moving right along. Okay, let's see here. We'll go to Luke's tools. Hey, close the tabs. Close the tabs. You know. Buddy Jake.
Coming right back.
I know, and that's when I knock it over. Have you seen me?
Yeah. Stay away from the tool.
Stay away from my tools.
Yeah.
Nice.
Won't work for that. I gotta go grab a wrench for the bottom.
Or a big extension.
No,
no.
It's,
Oh, is it tucked right up?
Yeah,
Okay,
it'll-
yeah. I mean, as long as it's, you can get a little bit with a wrench, yeah.
Well, if I had I grab a adjustable or wobble, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah. Here, you film the starter and do some commentary. I'll go get what you need.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
We're just gonna finger. Okay, he doesn't want to film. Fine. We can't get Jake to film today. Just the way it goes. So as you can tell, we're in a different day here because it's kind of pouring rain now. It's a multi-day experience.
We've had all 4 seasons in an hour.
Yeah, we've had all 4 seasons in the last 2 days of building this thing. Hopefully, it'll be sunny soon. Isn't that right, Bobo?
Freaking hope so.
How is building of the hater crate going, Bobo?
The only thing I'm missing is a bottle of rum, and I'd be going great.
That is...
That's kidding. It's going awesome. I've only banged my thumb once.
So, people watching, don't drink rum while you're constructing anything, okay?
Don't do it, Bob.
You are on camera.
Bit of a meat.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Bit of a meat.
Good times.
I already know if I'm lined up. I'm just gonna
I
shoot.
just kind of shoot for it, man. You got this. Round that sucker off.
It's in.
Did you close the flaps?
Probably.
Should we go look, gang? Should we see if Jake closed the flaps on the toolkit? Come on. We need a bigger shop. Like, share, subscribe, gang. Look at him, he did it. What a guy. Wicked. There's a water pump we did on the 5.9. All right, moving right along here. Whoa! Almost took it right in the giblets. Oh, here comes the sun. That's the thing, it's multi-season weather. That should be good, Jake.
Nope, it's not even set yet.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I like your hat. Whoa, Bobo's throwing 2x4 stuff. Is getting real around
I
here.
saw Jim Duggins.
Hello.
Oh.
Does it fit? No.
I eyeballed it. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Is it? That's, man, you need, I'm the one with the crazy eye.
Oh, my foot's stuck.
Now you got your foot stuck in
Slightly snug, top and bottom.
Perfect. Awesome. Slightly snug. Always the best way to go. Alrighty. Well. Oh. And that's my cue. I will talk to you all very soon. Man, that's a big hater crate, Bobo. Look at the size of that thing. How many engines are in there?
One big 440.
That's a big 440. All that power, hey? I think the top of your plywood's a bit rough.
Yeah, it's getting cut off.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll give them a little peek. They can't see too much here, because you're going to have to watch DD Speed Shop to... I love how the crate is level, but the truck has a lean on it, so the crate looks crooked. That's great. That or the whole crate's kind of built on an angle. It'll keep the water off. It's going in a dry van.
I didn't use a straight edge on anything, so it's the crate's a little crooked.
You know what? We're a bit off center as well, so it goes with the whole... I mean, people said I'm crazy for giving away a 440 with a 1970 HP short block, so it matches, right?
Yep.
Isn't that right, Blake Dog? What do you think, Blake? Hey, buddy? Who's a good boy? Yeah. Yeah, it's my buddy. Good boy. Oh. So what Uncle Bobo's doing here is saving some time by scribing the back edge of this so it's easy to cut. Be a lot easier if it would have stopped raining, but unfortunately...
Or if it was on the trailer.
Oh, it'll be... Yeah, or if we'd put it on the trailer. It'll be nice and sunny once we're done. Guaranteed. It's some good times. Big shout out to Luke at the lumber supply store that will remain unnamed for helping us out.
That kid was awesome.
Yeah, with all this extra plywood and that over there,
Woo!
which... Oh, good save. Did you just slip off the side of Black Sheep?
Yep.
What's the paint, Bobo?
I'll just spray it again.
Okay, good times. All right, gang, well, we're going to cut this up. I'll be back. See you in a momento. Uncle Bobo, please explain to me how you feel about this awesome weather that we've incurred while building said hater crate.
This rain can take a hike.
Yeah.
It's making it worse. Needed my shop.
I know. So,
What
do they... Wait. Come back into frame, Bobo. People enjoy your rugged good looks. Okay. What do they need to do so maybe we could create even more content?
You need to watch.
Right.
Watch our
the
videos.
And more than anything, share them. Share the daylights out of them. And make sure you click subscribe. It is free, gang. I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to get this thing out of the back of the truck.
I think the truck's going with it because I've jammed it in there.
I know. So
My bad.
we may... You're telling me we're going to end up driving to dance? I can't right now. We're going to have to get it out. If we get a good lift truck, we should be able to... If we get a good lift truck, we should be able to lift it up. Because we're going to put lift from this end, right?
Yeah.
So it should work. This weather... I know people say, oh, it's not snow, it's fine.
My cuts are dead on. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's just so perfect. If I was a carpenter and you were a lady, if I was a carpenter and you were a lady. Yeah, these are, I mean, listen, only the best here, right?
That's right.
That's right. It's
YouTube rated.
YouTube rated, 1,000 horsepower Failafint. You know what's up. That's right, gang. Hey, if you can't have fun...
Ooh, here's my snips.
Found your snips?
I found my snips.
If you can't have fun doing stuff, why do it, right? We're doing pretty good here.
Hey, Dan, you might need a pair of snips. I could throw them in there for you. I need a new pair anyways.
I don't think he needs snips. I think we'll be okay. Now, keep in mind, well, they'll see it when we deliver it. You'll see the outside of it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because it'll be wrapped. How many clues should we give them? You know what?
No,
stay tuned, because later in this video, you'll see a couple of cool things. Make sure you stay tuned to the final part of this video, which will be us delivering it. To get, well, we're not delivering it. We're
dropping it off.
Yeah, we're going to be dropping it off to the transport company. Now, by the time you watch this, you will have figured out Princess Auto, they're great. They didn't bail on us, I gotta say that. Because it was just an offer to ship it for us, we kept getting pushed, kept getting pushed, kept getting pushed, kept getting pushed. So huge shout out to the boys at Sobering Restoration Services. They came up with plan B, where we can still get it out to Dan in time where he can get it into Plymouth. And we only ended up being about a week behind schedule by the time it gets there. So, not too bad.
No.
And shout out to Princess. Thank you for the offer. Thank you for your help. Totally understand. Keeps getting pushed to the next truck. Truck's full, truck's full. This way, it'll make it there. We'll have tracking too. Makes me feel better. Dan feels better. Bobo feels better. Everybody feels better. I bet you even Puddin' from Puddin's Fad Shop feels better. Mortsky might even feel better too.
Cool, cool.
Mortsky, how do you feel about this situation? You know what we're forgetting? Flexible, universal rad hoses. Everybody needs those. Right, Tom? All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll see you soon.
You might have some in the shop.
We just might.
We just might. I gotta find them because I buried them somewhere.
See you in a bit, guys. All right, so we're gonna slide the top on here. Just for now, we'll be finishing her up and all the trimmings tomorrow. So
Good enough.
Make sure you stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow, right, Bobo?
What? Okay,
What?
fine. See you tomorrow, boys, girls, children of all ages,
Ladies and germs.
ladies and germs.
Who else? Dogs, cats.
That's about it.
That's about it. That covers it, right? Yeah. Young. Yeah. I mean, that's it, really. Yeah. All right. All right, gang.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. There we go. You got this, Bobo. So it's quite early in the morning. We got rained out. As you can see, today's weather is much brighter. Although it's kind of chilly and it's quite early in the morning.
It's too early.
The sun hasn't even fully come over the trees yet. Why did you hit me with the board, bro? Uncalled for. So you can see some of the trim here going on the crate.
Not even lining up, dude.
Oh, it don't matter.
I'm just eyeballing it.
Just eyeball the daylights out of it, bro. As long as the engine is safe, that's all we care about. I didn't say I'll send you a good crate. I said I'll send you a good engine. One of the benefits to sending, you know, free stuff is you don't have to really...
Is it after 7:30 in the morning?
No. I don't believe it is.
Oh, I gotta wait another half an hour.
For what?
Fire up the skill saw, start
Oh,
cutting.
nobody will know it's us.
No.
No one's gonna realize that it's us. I might wait a few more minutes before you fire up the skill saw. Well, she stayed pretty dry last night, all things considered, the gosh darn monsoon we had. GD monsoon. So the only thing with living on the coast is we'll get weeks of this, what we have right now. And then, of course, as we tried to build this crate, we had constant rain.
Nightmare, dude. My hoodie?
Yeah, I know. Everything was soaked. Yeah. But now that it's like this, within 3 or 4 hours, everything will be nice and dry. And it'll take a quarter of the time to finish this off. You could just cut it by hand.
Going old school.
You're going old school? All right, let's see it. Let's see old school. Show us, Bobo. Oh, oh, that is old school. Oh, way to leave the saw outside.
I forgot.
All right, hang on. Let me come around here and assist you. I will hold the end. Here we go.
I think she's a little dull.
Oh, that saw is like. Watch this paint on back.
I'm gonna spray paint it again.
Yeah, I know.
Holy crap.
That is one seriously dull saw. You got this, Bobo. Root them on, guys. You can do it, Bobo. Oh, boy.
I had to pick the dullest saw in the shop.
It's almost there. That's, holy smokes, that thing is dull. Guys, make sure you subscribe. And,
Hey, if anybody said anything, I need a new saw.
man, this wood is just
It's
soaked.
soaked, dude. That's 2 days sitting
Yeah,
there.
I know. So, hey, Bobo, we need a new saw. What are the viewers, what should they do to help us get a new saw? Watch the videos. And hey, you know what, guys? Watch the ads. It's not that big of a deal. You watch commercials when you watch TV, or when you used to watch TV. Not that a lot of people watch TV anymore.
I know, PVR nice.
But we don't do unskippable ads, and I try to keep them to the minimum. So just let her play and watch the videos for us. Bobo needs a new saw. Yeah, because that impact's so much quieter than a skill saw.
It is. Hey, look, it lines up.
Perfect on that side. What?
It's too early. Haven't had my second cup of coffee yet.
Yeah, I know. I need to have my tea.
Oh, that's why I hit another screw. Popped right out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Gotta go higher.
I was wondering. I'm like, it looks like it lines up from over here. Perfect. All right. Well, we're gonna get Bobo a second cup
Poor
of coffee.
Dan with the screws.
Yeah, man, it'll be good. We're gonna get a second cup of coffee and my cup of tea. We'll be back with you in a little bit, guys. But welcome to the final day of the hater crate, because this is the day we drop it off to ship. So that's why we've started so early. See you in a bit, guys. One last piece, eh, Bobo?
Thank God.
And then we're going to be off to, thanks to Dave and Jeff over at Sobering. Actually, let's see here. Hang on a second.
FaceTime him?
Let's go over here. Just don't give anything away. Let's see.
What's inside? Oh, we can't see.
Oh,
you gotta wait. The hater crate.
oh, connecting. There he is. Say hi, Dave.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. We're just getting ready to head out. We wanted to thank you for helping us with the shipping when Princess Auto kept rescheduling.
No problem, guys.
Awesome.
Community, not competition.
That's
Get her done.
right on. All right, but are you driving?
I pulled over.
Okay, good. We don't want that, hey? So this is like views on views on views here.
So what?
Well, we got a views on views on views, because there's the camera and Bobo. But we thought, how can we get somebody from Sobering Restoration Services in the video? Well, this is what we came up with.
This is working great.
Awesome. Wicked. Well, we're going to put the lid on the hater crate. You stay on the phone. I'm going to give you a look. He's going to stop recording. And we'll see you guys very soon.
There we go.
Is it recording now, Bob?
We are recording.
We are en route with the hater crate. Truck, I mean, it's not charging, but it doesn't seem to be discharging. This guy cut me off a little bit, but that's all right. Well, everything's working, the wipers, although my glasses are clogging up. We don't have a windshield wash, so that's a bit awkward when it's not pouring rain.
Didn't know we were following a dump truck for a kilometer and a half.
We got Jake behind us running support with extra batteries, and I don't know how much time we've got, but This guy, now we got drum brakes. There we go. Somebody was crossing the road.
We're good.
Oh yeah, drums always pull. Anybody that's driven a drum brake vehicle in the rain, they're ready for the pull. You gotta be, otherwise you end up in the ditch. Oh, Black Sheep holds up. We're about to get on the highway.
This is gonna be a fun part.
She's a little heavy in the back.
I feel like we're going to ride on 2 wheels going around this corner.
She's all right.
It's like my side of the truck's not on the roof.
Hey, it's charging! Atta girl! Yee-haw! Hey, see, all you gotta do is put the boots to her. I haven't yeehawed in a long time. See? All you gotta do is crack open the 4 barrels. It's overcharging now. But we're charging. Okay, so turn everything on. I unhooked the thing. So that's a problem. We're gonna turn the heat on. We've gone from nothing on to everything on. It's working great, gang. Luke's Law, rise above it. Just give her the boots. And that keeps her running good. See, what it's doing is it'll charge the battery up now. So when it stops charging again, we got lots of juice.
Holy Black
It's
Sheep.
running better. As soon as it started charging, it came back to life. She's got some juice again. Right on. Atta girl. Big Easy in the house. See, she just wanted to run. That's all. She's been sitting too long. She wanted to run. Poor Jake back there going, what is going on up there? See, guys, you just got to think positive. No point getting grumpy about things. It's all good. Keep the faith. Look at that. Ha. Now we got heat. I unhooked our accessories so we don't have a tack or
Lights.
driving lights. We have headlights and everything. That was awesome. Kicked the 4 barrels on, she started charging. Now what's it gonna do when we come to a stop? Will it keep above or does it drop? Seems fine.
It's holding.
It's holding. Well, we'll turn everything off while we're
Not driving.
Yeah, there's obviously something wrong with the voltage regulator, gang. Oh, up, down, up, down. I think we'll put her in neutral, take the brakes off. There we go. E-brake on. Let her charge a bit, because we don't know how long it's going to work, right? Here, gang, I'll give you a look. So right now, that's about normal for a dead battery to be charging. When I whacked the throttle there and the 4 barrels came open, hopefully you can see it. It like pegged all the way over to here and then went back down. So at least it's charging the battery right now. I gotta get ready to go again here. And the reason why I'm turning everything on when we get going is so it'll drop how much it's charging so we don't fry my yellow top. Because if I turn on as much stuff as I can, click on the high beams, daytime, no one's gonna notice. Alright guys, we'll see you when we get there. Well, here we are, gang. By the time you see this, yeah, well, it should probably will have arrived. Our buddy Dave here got it out of the truck, thank gosh. Oh, thank you, David. I really appreciate it. We were worried it was going to stay in Black Sheep. We're just going to have to drive the truck right into the back of one of the vans.
We could have done that too.
Yeah, we could have. I mean,
Could have got it back.
yeah, it would have, one way or another, right? Just ship her home when it's out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, gang. Well, Bobo, Jake, where's Jake? Jake, come over here, buddy.
My job is done. I'm going home and having a nap for all weekend.
I can't see anything. Can you grab my sunglasses? So, gang, it's out of our hands. The Hater Crate. Huge shout out to Sobering Restoration, Dave and Jeff. Thank you to Guard Wine for shipping our engine for us. That concludes the Hater Crate from our end, gang.
Yeah.
Be sure to watch Dan at DD Speed. I mean, I'm sure if you know who we are, you know who he is. Check that channel out. Please go and subscribe to our friends at Sobering Restoration Services. They could use some extra subscribers, guys. Head on over there for us. Click that sub button. It's free. Huge shout out to all the channels in the Community Not Competition crew. Really, I mean, we couldn't have made this happen for Dan without the guys at Sobering. Thank you for everyone's support. And Luke down at Camp Keeper, keep it up, bud. Loving your content. All right, gang. We'll see you on the next one.